Okay, so today's session is about creating a chase game. In this, we will create a game and we'll have various steps in this. So we have controls for the game, we have various things to do in this game, like we have to make sounds, we have to make a score. So all these things we'll learn in this game. So here are the agendas for today, and let us get started. So first, let us make the controls. Let us add our characters and controls for the game. For that, we'll choose a sprite. Let us just remove the sprite and add another sprite. Let us add a robot, and let us choose a backdrop. So we can choose this backdrop, the galaxy backdrop, and we can change its size to a bit smaller. Let's just say 80. Okay, so this looks nice. We can add another sprite for him to catch, like this robot should catch something, and for that we choose a star. The star we can add. Okay, so we click on this robot and we make the controls. For controls, we choose the simple options only, which we did in the last class, which we say if we click on the up arrow, it should move in the upward direction. Change y by 10, we'll select. We go in again in events, we'll say when we click the down arrow, it should change y by -10. Okay, we say when we click the right arrow, go into the right direction. For the right direction, we choose, we go into motion and say change x by 10. Okay, and for the left, which is also a direction we have to move in, we say when we go to the left, we should have x by -10. So we'll see that whenever we press a key, up, down, right, left key, it will move in that direction as we did in the last class. Okay, so the next thing is we have to make him chase a star. This star should be moving, right? So we should not know the position of star like from uh, from the beginning. The star should move randomly. Okay, so to make the star move, we'll choose the star sprite now. Let me show you how where to choose the sprite. We are doing all these actions on the robot till now, and to do some actions on the star, we'll actually choose star from this section here. We'll click on star and we'll say that whenever the green flag is clicked, it should glide 1 seconds to a random position. And since we want to make it move forever, we go into control and select the loop which says forever. So this loop says that it should keep on moving and keep on gliding to a random position. So the next thing we want to do is play a sound. So whenever this robot catches the star, it should make a sound. So for that, we again select our robot sprite. Remember to select the sprites correctly. We click on the robot sprite and we click on the events and say whenever the green flag is clicked, there should be a condition that if and else. Now if says if something is done, then some other action should be completed. If something is true, then some other action should be completed. So we say if, and we'll go if then. So if, we'll go into sensing now, sensing area in this, and we will say if touching, and we'll place that here in this space. So instead of if touching mouse pointer, we'll say if touching the star. If touching the star, you will get this option if you have the another sprite here. Any other sprite you have here, it will appear here. So we'll say when if touching the star, then go into sound and say play a sound. So what sound we want to play? We can select this from the drop down list here. So let me play the collect sound whenever this happens. So this sound will play just once in this condition. We want to have it forever. So again, remembering from the last class, we will go into control and say forever loop will place here. Okay. So now it will glide around whenever I click the green button, and whenever the star is touched, a sound is produced. Okay, good, right? So let me just do the next thing now. The next thing is adding a score. So to add a score, I need a variable. So I need to add a variable. A variable is something which holds a value, something that holds a value. For this, we go into variables, and we need to make a variable of our own. So we make our own variable. We name this variable to be score. Right? We maintain a score for all the games. So we'll say score, and for all sprites option here. So what happens is when the green flag is clicked, we want the score to be 0, right? So we say when green flag is clicked, set my variable to 0. We will click here, set my variable. Instead of my variable, we have the score option in the drop down. We'll say set score to 0. And whenever the flag is, whenever this star is touched by our robot, we want to change its score also. So we'll say change my variable by 1 here and place it here. Instead of my variable, we will have score, change score by 1. So whenever a green flag is now clicked, I'll see that my score is changing by 1. So it is working fine. It's working in the way I intended it to work. Okay. So again, in the robot one, we have to set score to 0 when the green flag is clicked and change score by 1 when it is touching. Okay. So we did this. Let us now go on to the next stage, which is level up. So you see that in the games you play, the level changes every time you reach a certain score. So we can add that also here. We can say, we can click on our robot sprite again and add this in our robot sprite. We say whenever the green flag is clicked, I want to switch the backdrop to Galaxy. So Galaxy is our first stage. So our first stage should have a backdrop of Galaxy, and we can now add a wait condition. So in this wait condition, what we will add actually is wait until. So we add this, we add a wait until, and now we can go into operators. In operators, we have all kinds of operation for plus, minus, equal, divide, and we say, we click on this equal to option which says blank equal to 50, and click on this option and place it here. And in this position, this position here, I can select a variable of on my own. So I say I add a score variable. So whenever we will wait until, we here say that we will wait until the score is 50. So we don't want it to be 50. We can have it at a lower level. You can have it at your own likability. You can add any score to level up. So I'll just say that when the score becomes 10 for me, it should switch the backdrop to another backdrop. I like to play my games easy, so let me just say that I'll have it to some other backdrop when the score reaches 10. So what kind of backdrop do I want when the score reaches 10? Let me just say I want to add we choose a backdrop from here. Let me just say this backdrop. Okay, so I'll choose this switch backdrop option. I'll bring it here and I'll select the moon option here, the backdrop which I selected just right. Okay, and also I can play a sound when this happens. So I go into events. I can say when green flag is clicked, okay, this should play a sound. So sound should be played whenever I level up or my backdrop changes. Since the backdrop is changing, I can again select when backdrop switches option here directly. So I say that when backdrop switches, to moon. When backdrop switches to moon, I can have it make a sound. So I can make a sound that says play sound, and I can have different sounds here. So I can choose any type of sound I want. I can make it say a computer beep till done whenever it switches backdrop. Okay, so I'll see that when I read the score 10 now, so the game is a bit hard for me to. Remember kids, you can make, see, so the it makes a sound, and it changes the backdrop also, so it looks really nice. And in this way we change the backdrop according to the level. We can also have a victory message also to display. So for the victory message to display, we can basically have this. We can go and make a sprite of our own. So to make a sprite of our own, we don't click on this. Instead, we hover on this and go into this paint option. In this paint option, I have this text option. I click on text and I add a text here which says you won. Okay, I can have it of different color. Let me have it in, let's just say, green color, quite big in size, and position here. So the way you position it here, it changes its position in your project also. So I want it just a bit here. Okay, so this seems to be the correct position for me. So I have my third sprite here. So on the message that you want to show, you will click on that sprite and you will say whenever green flag is clicked, you want your sprite initially, when you start the game, you want it hidden. Okay, so you say when green flag is clicked, hide. Okay, and when the backdrop changes, or we can say when our score becomes 20, or you can have it at any score. I want it at 20. So when my score becomes 20, the message should display. Okay, so I'll say wait until, I'll click wait until, I'll say score option, and in the score I can basically place my score option here. I say until score becomes 2020, it should wait, and after that it should actually show it. So I go into looks again and I have the show option here, the show option. So I'll see that when I click the green flag here, I have to reach the 20 score now first. So for that I can just have to play the game actually. So you see how the level up message appears, and it goes 16, 17. We are reaching our winning stage, and we reached our winning stage. So when we reach the score of 20, we see the you won message. So this is how you make a game in Scratch Kits, and we'll continue with the next session in the next class. You can you can ask me your problems and your queries at the number given here, and we'll continue with more lessons in the future. Thank you.